What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. So I'm doing the live stream a little bit early today. I have some things to do later on, but welcome back. Welcome freaking back. What a time to be alive. Hopefully you guys are doing pretty good. I hope at least some of you guys actually received the airdrop from Starknet. I didn't. I know most of us didn't. So yeah, let's go ahead and cover that. We also have a few other things to cover, like Aevo and MilkyWay, which I did a video just a few minutes ago. So it is right there on my channel, so you guys can check it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and start. So, Starknet, going pretty crazy right now. So they allocated 700 million. I think I mean 700. Yeah, is it 700 million? Yeah, 700 million. Here it is, 700 million Starknet to 1.3 million addresses for the airdrop. Freaking crazy. Looks like a lot. Looks like a lot. But to be honest, I don't know anybody that is going to be receiving the airdrop. Actually, no, I think there is one person in my group receiving the airdrop, just like 200 Starknet or 500. Pretty small, to be honest. So you guys can check if you are eligible for the airdrop. Most likely no. If you haven't been using Starknet for 3 different months, then you're not eligible. If you haven't added, actually volume was not that important. Even $100 was more than enough for Starknet. But the most important thing is having $15 to $16 or specifically 0.005 ETH in your wallet. And even if you had 250 USDC, doesn't matter. Even if you had $1,000 in USDT, doesn't matter. Most likely you're not eligible. So what happened to me is I had my funds on 2 wallets. I have been using it for the past few months, taking a lot of transaction. I actually had like 11, 12K in volume, pretty active, but I have the majority of my funds stake in LPs. So usually if I have funds, if I obviously want to farm the heck out of a project, I'm going to be using either LPs or just continue to add more and more transactions. So I had a little bit of USDC. I had around on both of my wallets anywhere between $100 up to $200 in LPs, but I had like $7, $6 for gas fee, and I'm not eligible for the airdrop. So there you go. So I spent my money. I spent a lot of time on Starknet for nothing. And dude, Perp Dex hater here. What's up, dude? What's up? Hopefully you're doing great. So yeah, we're not eligible for the airdrop, unfortunately. If you had some funds over $15, $20, most likely you are eligible. If you have been using it for the past 3 months, you are eligible. If you had anything over $100 in volume, you are eligible. So this is just going crazy nuts right now. And to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be using Starknet in the future. Never. Also, the way they are handling things doesn't make sense. I'm not sure if that is the CEO of Starknet. I know it is his part. Messages. Let me go to this. Let me go back. Okay, so you lost your soul to earn some buckets of money. You have the impression that people working hard for you for years owe you anything. Okay, so that is the first thing. Let me laugh. Cry harder. Who else has an issue? Dude, I'm not coming back to Starknet. Hell no. There's no way I'm coming back to Starknet. For me, it makes no sense. So yeah, if you got your funds, that's great. Cash out. Obviously, if you want to continue use Starknet, great. But for me, I'm not even interested in Ikubo or any other projects on Starknet anymore. I'm gonna go directly into ZK Sync, into Scroll, and other L2s. But for me, Starknet is actually dead, dude. Now we have to keep like 0.01 on ZK Sync, Linea, and Scroll. Yeah, that's the first thing that I did yesterday. I actually sent around $50, $60 to my main wallets, and I have around $25 on my secondary wallets. I'm still gonna be increasing that later on, but now kind of make no sense because now I need $50 here, $50 on Linea, $50 on Scroll. Like, dude, if I had $600, $500 to farm an airdrop, now I need to be leaving at least $50 on each blockchain, which for me makes no sense. For the first time, I feel happy about fading something. Dude, you guys cannot imagine how hard it was to farm Starknet months ago. It was extremely slow, like even like 15 minutes for one single transaction, and also the gas fee was around $3 up to $5 per transaction. The liquidity was pretty bad also, and hey, now we're not gonna be receiving an airdrop. So for me, makes no sense. So yeah, that is another thing. Let's see if I can actually find that tweet, which I'm extremely bullish on ZK Sync because of it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but let me go ahead and bring it. I'm pretty sure you guys will like it. Just one quick second. Okay, here it is. Alrighty. Okay, check this out. So this is a post from someone from the ZK Sync team. A token is a religion and the chain is the church. If you pay too much attention to the priest, so in parentheses, developers and teams, and the Pope, Vatican, ETH stakers, and not enough to your followers, so the community, it is going to be hard to grow your church. So that is obviously for Starknet. After that, they deleted the tweet, unfortunately. But at least we know that for ZK Sync, it looks like they're gonna do better than Starknet. To be honest, anybody can do better than Starknet. I remember having a point deduction from Arbitrum for not having 0.005, but Starknet making it an eligibility criteria is scrappy. Yeah, exactly. I actually had the same thing. On Arbitrum, I had less than that. So I actually removed my funds from Arbitrum and I still got eligible. That is actually the way to do it. Do like some tiers level, and if you don't have enough ETH, yeah, you're gonna be receiving less of an airdrop. If you're not hitting the X amount of volume, then you're gonna be receiving less of an airdrop. That is actually the best way to do it. For me, Arbitrum requirement is the best requirement that an airdrop can go with. The best way to do it. I've been keeping $15 on both Linea and ZK Sync since December. Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you can actually increase that to 25, it would be even better. You got 5K Starknet tokens on 3 wallets. Great. Dude, you have been killing it because you also made a pretty good amount of money on Minta, if I am not mistaken. I did not really farm Starknet 5 months ago, but they gave me 650. Great. At least some of you guys are actually receiving the airdrop. But again, for me, it makes no sense to have the requirement at $15 because I had funds on my wallet. The thing is, I had many of my funds in USDC, in USDT, and also on LPs. And they only took into consideration the ETH. My point wanted to ZK Sync is not going anywhere. Team and VC will dump their tokens in 2 months. Yeah, that is another thing. They will be able to cash out in 2 months. So just so you know, most likely the price of the token will drop massively. That's why I always say when people ask, oh, this project, they got no backing. That is not really important because in the end, backers, they're just there to make some money. That's it. They are not there to be building, to change the world or do anything else. They are a investment firm, and that's what they do. They invest to make some money. So they invest $1 million, $10 million, $100 million. They make a profit, sell, and move to the next one. So for Aevo, So let's go ahead and finish with that Starknet BS. Let's move to the good stuff. So Aevo, they started the farming. Let me go ahead and bring the information here. Here it is. So they started the farm boost event, which will last for 2 weeks. So I don't know if you guys remember last time that we talked about Aevo, I mentioned that most likely it should be for 2 to 4 weeks. Well, there you go. It will be for the next 2 weeks. So what you'll be getting is, first of all, if you have been using Aevo, you are already eligible for the airdrop. This is only for you to increase your allocation, or if you haven't used Aevo, you're still able to use it and obviously receive an airdrop out of it. What they're doing is using some random mechanism that if you take a trade, you might get some boost on the amount of volume that will be calculated for your airdrop. So if I do 100K and I get maybe a boost of 2x's, then in the end, it will be calculating my volume on the platform as 200K. Now, I'm not going to be receiving more money on my trades. It is still a 100K trade. But again, since I'm getting 2x farm boost, that is only for the farming for the event, I'm going to be earning some more points. Well, actually not points, but a higher allocation for the airdrop. Now, some people ask about this, which the amount is moving up and down and changing a lot. And that is because this is an average of the last 7 days. So it takes like 1 or 2 days most of the time for you to see the right amount. And obviously, if we're taking more and more transaction, it will change. One quick second, let me make sure. Yeah, you guys are seeing my screen. Okay. What you guys can do to actually check is go to trade history. So you guys can see I have 1x here, 1x, 1x, 1x. Here I have 11x's. Most of them are gonna be within the 1x. If we go to the page 2, I have another one with 11x, another one with 11 here. Then many 1x. If we go to page 3, many 1x. And looks like that's it. Still 1x. No, actually I have 11x's here. Dude, I've been taking a lot of transactions in this. And there you go. So that's it. So in total, including my volume, my boosted volume, I have 49K. But actually the amount of volume that I took yesterday was just 24K in volume. And by the way, this is just by using $40. So I'm just taking position back and forth, just adding volume. I'm just gonna be burning those $40. Now, for each of us, obviously it will be different. I'm okay with burning $40. If you're not okay with burning $40, don't go with it. Don't play with it, because $40 for me is not really that important, but maybe for you it is. So obviously, if your total capital is around $100, don't burn $40, $50 on Aevo. Maybe 5, maybe 10, and obviously make sure that you do understand the risk associated with it. But most likely we should get the airdrop after the farm boost event. So that is for the next 14 days. This month has 28 days. So for next month, for March, we should be receiving the airdrop. Aevo farm boost rocks. I've done 101x twice already in the last 24 hours. Nice, nice, great. I think the highest that I have done is actually 14x's. Is 3 million volume good? Obviously it is. Dude, 3 million is pretty good. But just for the farming event, or previously 3 million? Because if you have more volume, so previous volume plus $3 million in volume, dude, that's just amazing. Yeah, so again, if you can burn $350 and you're okay with burning that amount, that's completely fine. But again, you guys need to evaluate what is the amount that you guys are okay with burning. So same, for example, mode. I am okay with burning $100, $200 in mode, so I can receive an airdrop. But I know it is not the same for each one of us. So first, before you go into an airdrop, always ask yourself, Are you okay with losing that amount of money? Because most likely you're gonna be losing it before you can receive something out of it. What is happening with Fluidity? Fluidity event ends today. So after that, we just need to wait for the TGE. That's it. But today, I think today is the last day. I checked a few hours ago and it says 1 hour. 1 day. I've done only 585K. 585K is pretty good. I do think it is pretty good. That's a pretty good amount. So yeah, Aevo, most likely over the next 3 weeks, we should be receiving it, but we have only 14 days to participate. You don't need to go crazy with it. Again, burn whatever you're okay with burning. Take a few trades. If you're okay with trading, don't go crazy with leverage. That's it. Then next on the list is MilkyWay, which is confirmed. Finally. And dude, I am extremely bullish on that one. So I'm gonna be buying way more TA than the amount that I have. Let's go ahead and check it out. So if we click right here, you guys can see that I have 243 points. That is coming from the amount of TA that I am staking. I'm not doing DeFi activity yet. I'm gonna be using it in the future, doing it in the future. So how it works, you guys get some points if you participate in DeFi activities like staking on Demex and many others. Also, we will have some Zilli campaigns in the future. I think also referrals. And I'm not sure, but I think if we have been using it, we might get a booster. I know that we're gonna be receiving more points because we have been using MilkyWay before the point system. They actually said that, but I don't know if we're gonna be receiving another booster other than that. So as a multiplier, let's see, multipliers are awarded per week based on your ranking in the leaderboard. The higher ranking, the higher your multiplier. Or multiplier are only applied at the end of this season of endpoints. Yeah, here it is. Early testers, adopters have an additional early adopter multiplier. So yeah, there you go. So this is currently invisible, so you guys are not able to see it. Most likely we will know after the airdrop event. Now for the token, the endpoint system will be in full swing throughout early 2024 with an airdrop of 10% of total supply. Pretty good. Plan for endpoints holders at TGE. And if we click right here, you guys can see that it says for Q2. So Q2 is from April to June, if I'm not mistaken, April to June for Q2. So most likely within that range, we should be receiving the airdrop for MilkyWay. How much do you think we're gonna get from Fluidity? To be honest, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just waiting for an airdrop, anything that can cover my gas fee, because my main goal was to actually add a lot of volume on Jumper because I'm extremely bullish on Jumper. And if I get something good out of it, great, because actually it is on the farm and Fluidity is not a small project, even though it is on the farm. They already crossed $1 billion in trading volume or swapping volume, however you want to call it. What's good? What's good? Doing pretty good. Ribbon Finance did a huge airdrop back in the day. They're coming back bigger with Aevo drop. I hope so. I hope so, to be honest. That's why I'm extremely bullish on Aevo. Just because they did the airdrop for Ribbon Finance. So I know they're good with airdrops, so I'm expecting the same thing. And to be honest, there is not a crazy amount of users on Aevo. If we go to data dashboard, I think they have like 80,000 users, which is not really that huge. And you guys know, as always, we have a rule that we remove at least 30% of them. Because I have around 170 referrals, and out of those 170, maybe 40% are actually adding volume on Aevo. Okay, so they have 91. So you guys can actually remove like 30% out of it. They're not gonna be receiving an airdrop. And from that amount, most likely another 33% are not gonna be receiving a huge amount because maybe they have something like $1,000 in trading volume, $3,000 in trading volume, which is pretty low if you're using a platform that has leverage. Choose to finally catch you on a live stream. Yeah, I'm doing it a little bit early today because I have to go out. eBeggar protocol did us dirty. Dude, extremely dirty. To be honest, I'm extremely sour with them. Not only because of the airdrop, but also the way that they are responding comments and everything else. For me, it makes no sense. Like, dude, a project is a project because of airdrop farmers. Before that, or without that, you actually nobody. Because there is no one in crypto that want to get involved with a project that cost $5 per freaking transaction, taking 15 minutes. So in the end, obviously, we're using it to receive a freaking airdrop. Not just because we want to burn our funds on a freaking platform. How many wallets do you do for farming? I saw on Twitter some people are saying they use 200 wallet. Is that really possible? Yeah, for sure. If you have enough funds, if you know how to do it, yeah, you can actually use 200 wallets. For me, it is not something that is applicable because I cannot do 200 wallets. One, I don't have the time to do it. Second, I don't have the funds also to do it. Usually I keep around $500 up to $1,000 on my wallets. So that is my capital for farming. So $200, 200 wallets, that's around 200K. I don't have 200K to farm. Do we need main ETH balance too? Looks like now we might need some. It looks like. So for example, we had the airdrop for Pog, whatever it is, for one of the projects on Berachain, and the eligibility criteria was 0.02, which is around $50 to $60 on ETH. But to be honest, it wasn't worth it. The airdrop is worth like $5 or $6 right now. Do you plan to create some nodes for some of the projects? Looking into it, but to be honest, I don't know yet. I'm not that smart when it comes to nodes. I have seen they have something like node as a service, but I don't know if I can trust that. So I'm still waiting until I can get some more information, maybe from you guys. Maybe you guys can start and let me know if it is working. Yeah, you can also use Python scripts, but again, you need a lot of funds to do that. You need a crazy amount of funds because in the end, you cannot farm a wallet or a lot of projects with $100. So at least $1,000, $5,000. So if you don't have the capital to do so, you can just skip it. Right now, I have around 7 wallets that I'm extremely active on, and most of them I'm not as active as the other on the same project. So for example, I have one that I'm extremely active on ZK Sync, and then the other may be more active on Lania, so on and so forth. I'm running some nodes, good money and ROI. Okay, which one? Can you please send the information or maybe text me on the Discord group? So I can also check some info and see if it is worth it on my end, obviously. Yeah, that is another thing. So developers, I think one of them receive 180,000 Stark tokens. So yeah. Oh, just to finish with Starknet, so the claiming period will be for February 20. In case you guys don't know, from February 20 until June 20th. So that would be 4 months? Yeah, 4 months. I will. Thank you, sir. So yeah, basically that's it for today. Really nothing else. Again, did we cover everything about Milky Way? I think so. So yeah, basically, if you're staking some TIA, your ranking should increase. Also, you're gonna be earning some points, but you can also use some of the DeFi projects. So we have, for example, providing some liquidity on osmosis, but you will need Milk TIA and also TIA to use it because it is an LP. So it is double staking. Then we have Mars protocol, which to be honest, for me, makes no sense because if we go to earn and we scroll down, you guys can see that for Milk TIA, you're not earning any type of APY. So if I do this, this asset cannot be borrowed and does not currently generate yield when lending. So if I lend my funds, I'm not gonna be receiving nothing out of it. For me, it makes no sense. So that's why I'm skipping it. Then we have Margin, we have Levana, which are per platform. Then we have Demex and Quasar. Quasar is basically the same thing as Osmosis. You need to do LP, so double staking. And Demex is okay because you're going to be receiving an airdrop for Demex if you stake enough, if you have been using it long enough. So I do think it is a good option. Only thing is, usually they are at maximum capacity. So you do need to refresh many times until you can find a slot to add your funds for Milk TIA. And also the APR is pretty bad on Demex. So don't expect nothing good out of it. I think it is on the 1% or something like that per year. So really, really bad. What's up? A little bit late. Almost leaving. Almost leaving. So yeah, basically that's it, guys. Starknet, BS, fortunately. We still got Aevo. I am pretty bullish on it. I don't know for you guys, but I'm pretty bullish. I'm still going to be adding a lot of volume until I burn my $40. That's it. I'm not going to be allocating more than that because I do have a lot of previous volume on Aevo. So that's it. I'm just going to be burning, taking some transaction and see how many X's I can do on the boosted volume. Other than that, Milky Way, same thing. I'm still gonna be staking some more funds. Every Monday I do allocate a little bit more, anywhere between 4 and 5 more Milky Way into this wallet. So I'm just gonna continue to do that. And maybe in the future I'm gonna be using Demex so I can earn more points and do it quicker. But we still have time. Most likely we should be receiving the airdrop around June. So we still have around 4 months, give or take. So yeah, that's it. He basically said no BS, just a big airdrop for all the eligible. Nice. Nice. Great. Then I am more bullish. Great. To be honest, I think this year, Aevo is one of the projects that I am the most bullish on. Really. Just because of previous airdrops and how easy it is. And also it is not that crazy farm when we put it in comparison to others. 90,000 users is not that crazy. 90,000, let's go ahead and remove 33%. That's around 60,000 users. And Aevo is not that small. And you guys know that it is a rebranding of Ribbon Finance. Let's see what is the market cap currently for Ribbon. And I think it is 16% that they are allocating for the airdrop. So right now, almost at $500 million market cap. So if we do a quick math, 500, is that 500 million? Yeah, that's 500 million. By 16%, around $80 million should be allocated for the airdrop. Even $40 million is pretty good for the airdrop. Just for the amount of users that they get, should be pretty good. Oh, actually, you guys were not able to see my screen. my bad. Okay, my bad. So yeah, here it is. So $583 million. Hopefully you guys can see it now. As I said, so if we do, oops, 500 by 16%. Here it is, so $80 million.